Hello there. Alright. We're going to be playing some Power Simulator. Oh, let me move my model a little. There we go. Yeah, I've got some lovely music for us, and we're going to play Power Wash. If I can just select the window here. Alright. Music might be a little loud. Let me come down on that. There we go. It should be more of a kind of background thing. Hello, Meadow. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a good day. Those very cute emotes. I like those a lot. Oh, whoops. Accidentally clicked on... Oh no, I have so much stuff on my... I can refresh my creator dashboard. There we go. Ba-ba. But yeah, I hope you're doing well. I had a pretty late start to the day myself, so I haven't really done a whole lot today. I still have my coffee here with me. Just burning the midnight oil, working on your code for uni. Oh, okay. Yeah, coding sounds so hard. Let's try this out. Clean the van. I'm doing good. It's a good day. It's a slow day, but it's a good day. It's a good day for a nice chill stream. They announced a new Hello Kitty game that I'm really excited about. I think most people would probably not expect me to be excited for a Hello Kitty game, but it looks really cute. So that was a pretty nice thing to wake up to and see. Let's see here. Harper Shaw, Home Garage. Great news. I finally found a van for you at the auctions under your budget. Thank you so much for subscribing, Sugi. Thank you so much. Hi, Squish. It's good to see you. I hope you're having a really lovely day. Thank you so much. Yeah, the new Hello Kitty game looks so cute. I'm really excited for it. I want to see more My Melody. Finally found a van for you at the auctions under your budget. Don't freak out when you see it. It looks like it's been dredged from the bottom of a lake, but that's a good thing. It meant no one else bid on it. They missed out. Underneath that hideous layer of gunk is your perfect workhorse. Engine's a dream, no rust. There's even equipment in the back. Just needs a good hosing down and you're in business. You'll certainly earn your pressure washing stripes getting this thing clean. Squish. You've been 3D modeling today? Heck yeah. I hope I get to see some of that soon. I'm really excited to see what you've been working on. Squish. Let me know if the audio needs any balancing. That seems a little loud. Let's come down just a smidgen. That seems a little better. Hello, Not. Good to see you. I hope you had a great day at work. Yeah, power washing is such a chill game. I've never played the demo before, but I've watched stuff. So, hold 2 to switch nozzles. Okay. Left control, change stance. Jump. Oh wow, we have some good legs on us. Tab shows dirt. Okay. I actually, I missed where I think I accidentally clicked the button to change the nozzle. So that's not good. I don't know how to turn the nozzle, actually. It's really late now. It's okay. And are you still... I'm doing really good. It was a really good night. I didn't sleep super well, but I took some nap time earlier today after doing some stuff. And I'm feeling pretty refreshed now. Oh no, I forgot most of those controls already. Uh-oh. Options? Controls? It was... Right. The 1 and 2 keys. Okay. How do I... And stuff, check. Oh, you DM'd me stuff? Okay. Let me see if I can check now. Yeah, I can. Oh, wow. Oh, that's coming together really cute. Oh, I love that. That's really precious. Thank you for showing me that, Suki. How do I rotate the thing? Shoot. Well, we'll figure it out eventually. To rotate the nozzle, it said R? Oh, okay. Thank you. I am, sometimes, not all the time, very frequently not, but sometimes I am what people would call stupid. So, you know, it happens to the best of us. No, I know I'm not stupid. I just say that sometimes. I'm actually, I would consider myself to be relatively smart. At least compared with the majority of people that I talk to. I'm pretty smart. A smart boy. I have my dumb moments though. Yeah, everybody does. Yeah, the music that I have playing should be safe to use. Aisha uses it for her ASMR streams and such. So it should be safe to have this music playing. I have a couple different ones that I can switch between if people aren't feeling it. Oh. Okay. Alright, hang on. Let's go ahead and pause the music there. Alright, let me switch on. Here we go. Alright. What do you want to be called? Do you want to... I suppose I don't need your name here. Well, no, I do. Yeah, I'll call you Not. Yeah. Oh, Not, you are such a very, very good girl. Thank you so much for the redeem. I really appreciate it. You've been so very good. There you go. Alright, back to the main screen. We'll try this music on for a little while. This one's a little more whimsical. The other one's a little bit more melancholic. The scene was looking cool. Yeah, it's my my like just chatting and ASMR scene. Did you enjoy your redeem? Not. Worth it? Okay, good. Was there a mistake? Did you mean to get, like, the bad girl one? If you meant to get another one, I suppose I can refund you. I would hate for you to get the wrong redeem. You don't know? Well, have you been a good girl or a bad girl? Panic. Okay. But yeah, I use a program called Shoost for my my ASMR to look super pretty like that. I can I should do a video showing off the program sometime. Aisha showed it to me. It's really great. It's an incredible program. I'm gonna come down just a little on the music because it's getting a little loud there. There we go. Oh, that's satisfying. I like cleaning that part. You're gonna say, yeah, it gets pretty loud sometimes. The next song coming up is really pretty because it's based on some musical leitmotif from Spirited Away, I think. I gotta get up in its grill. When I was young, when I like really young, like really little, I used to not be able to say girl. I used to say grell. I couldn't say blanket, so I would say Genki. I also couldn't say fish, so I would say shish. I was very, very small whenever I would say those things. It's cute, thank you. What am I gotta get up in it from below. Alright, we're gonna get the red hose of death. But yeah, I should be able to keep the stream relatively calm today. So if anyone wants to, like, nap or anything, you're welcome to do so with the stream going. It's not quite an ASMR stream, but I'll try to make sure nothing gets too loud or anything like that. So yeah, feel free to take a load off, relax. There won't be any yelling or anything like that today, so it should be chill vibes. I don't know why I can't find the dirty part of this grill though. It's a very, very dirty grill. Just so you need to sleep in peace? Yeah. Good to hear. You deserve it. You got up so early and worked so hard. I can't... What is dirty on this grill? Oh, it's counting the whole front as the grill, I think. Oh no, that's the bumper. Oh, this is grill. Okay. I see, okay. See, I don't know cars, so I thought the grill was like specifically this little like squared point. Yeah. I have all the opportunity in the world to like know cars, because like my father's really into them, but I've mentioned a couple times I don't really vibe with my dad a whole lot, so I never really took to cars. In fact, it was a little bit of a kind of spite point to not get into cars. Now I'm like just neutral on them. I really like the thumbnail for the music playlist we're listening to. It's like from Tangled. I really love Tangled so much. What was that? Pickup. What? Oh. Okay. This model for 5 hours can take a break. Yeah, a good break would do good. PW50 Fia. Anytime I see like Ophia right there, I always think of Oz Mafia. I love Oz Mafia so much. It's such a precious little like otome game. What is the definition of otome? I'm not exactly sure. It's a dating sim. I'm not certain that I know the definition of otome. Yeah, the music's really nice. I'm honestly surprised that music using leitmotif from Ghibli is copyright free, because I would expect it to be an issue. I suppose I'll find out once the VOD goes up on YouTube, but it's been fine for Aisha with the ASMR videos, so I think it'll be fine for me. There's a removable van outside my nightmare neighbor's place. They're finally going. Whoever moves in... I didn't get to read it all. Oh well. I used to get really irritated when I was younger, if there were like things that I couldn't know. Like anytime there were like secrets being kept from me or stuff like that, it used to bother me a lot. But nowadays, it doesn't bother me a whole lot anymore. There's just some things that I'll never really know the answers to. That's okay. It can be frustrating sometimes, though, especially when it involves people, because there's a lot of times that people do things that I don't understand their reasons for, and, they never have a desire to explain themselves. But that's just how it is. Some people be like that. Otome games are romance games made with young women in mind as the core target audience. Otome literally translates to maiden, referring to protagonists of each game. Like shoujo, otome audiences range from teens to young adults, is what you found for it. Okay, yes, then Oz Mafia is definitely an otome game. I like otome games, they're very cute. I really enjoyed, I don't usually like isekai, but I watched My New Life as a Villainess with a friend of mine, and it was so enjoyable. The idea is that she gets reborn as a villainess in a Atome game. It's so good. It's so wholesome. Finished a few days ago. Yeah, it's so good. Oh, the opening notes on that song really reminded me of Shion's theme in 358 Every 2 Days. Oh, God. Shion's theme is such a tearjerker. I wish I could play KH music during a lot of my streams, but it seems to have caused issues whenever I was even just playing the game and the music came up, so I'm honestly scared to. You gonna go with that business name, or do you need me to think some up? I'm phenomenal. I thought of Grouting Thomas for that Tyler. She's never looked back. Huh. On reflection, Bonnie Tyler might have been better fit. Maybe. I think you missed an S. Abrupt, but thank you. I am indeed having a good day. I hope you are too. I hope Oren is also having a good day. Wait, a way to play music and not have it show up on the VOD. Oh, yeah, I know how to do that. I don't know why I didn't do that for today's stream. I honestly didn't think of it. Let me switch my posture real quick. There we go. Yeah, I should have done that. It's actually pretty easy. You just need to set the audio property in OBS to come through a separate audio channel. And then whenever you make the MP4 recording and take it into an editing software, it'll show up on a different line, essentially, and you can remove that line. Battling a kitten for the keyboard, so it's going to be bad spelling kind of day. That is absolutely fine. It's a very chill day, so it's a good day for bad spelling. What do I know that leitmotif from? Is that also Spirited Away? No, that's My Neighbor Totoro, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's My Neighbor Totoro. Sorry, I'm a tiny bit of a music nerd. Not a lot, because I don't actually know how to play. But I really like noticing musical leitmotifs and stuff like that. Oh, we're so close. Give it a different nozzle, maybe. There we go. We're missing... Oops. I thought tab was for the dirt. Window. Window. Game is so relaxing, yeah. Go ahead and take a nice couple relaxing breaths and, enjoy the stream. It's not quite a ASMR stream, but it should be a chill stream. There we go. Is this the extraordinary Dr. Powerwash? I got your details from your friend Harper. I could really do with a hand at my place when you're free. Look at me climb on top of that thing. Back garden? Absolutely. My main interest with this game is I really want to do the FF7 levels. I'm a really big fan of Final Fantasy VII, so I'm really looking forward to doing it. But I want to get some of the starter levels out of the way and like the cash that comes from them. Yeah, we're gonna be getting to that probably after this job or the next one. Those are gonna be our primary interests today. This job will probably take a good minute though.
Help! Whoa, kitty. That was your big cat. Oh my goodness.
Funny enough, my first girlfriend, Florine Perez, used to live here back in the day. Those were good times. Good for you, Calvin. I had a girlfriend in Bulgaria, and I had a really fun time visiting Bulgaria. There we go, we got the roof. I like this cute red door. I had a treehouse growing up. Kind of reminds me of the treehouse that I had. Is that rust? Can I clean that? I can. I didn't spend a whole lot of time in the treehouse. I spent a lot of time in the sandbox. I liked creating things, and I had my little army men and stuff like that. Cute cowboy house. It is a cowboy house, you're right. Yeah, I didn't think of it that way, but now that you mention it with the horseshoe and the star and all that, yeah. Reminds me of Woody from Toy Story, which I watched a lot growing up. I was so happy whenever... There's a snake in my boot, yeah. I was so happy whenever Toy Story was in Kingdom Hearts 3, because I wanted it for so long. So it was really a childhood dream to finally get to see it in KH. Yeah, Toy Story 2 is great. Oh my goodness. This one goes a little crazy. My goodness, what is the purpose of this one? Why would I use this over this? I don't quite know why I would use this one. Oh well. Maybe the white nozzle might actually be fun here. No. I don't often find that the white nozzle does it. Oh goodness. This one is quite dirty. Let's use our new nozzle a little. Oh, hang on, my phone went off. Let me see what that is. I swear, it's always when I'm streaming. Oh, okay. It's food. It's a crispy chicken sandwich, apparently. Somebody got me one. I appreciate that. I have to eat a lot of chicken because I need my protein levels pretty high. I'd be working out quite a bit. Protein, tuna, beans, all that high protein food. Anything to hit my my necessary macros. This nozzle's so silly. I've done IRL power washing too, actually. We have a power wash, and we use it to clean the house outside and stuff like that. It is a little scary to work with because it can really hurt you if you're not careful, but it is very satisfying. Yeah. Well, I mean, lots of good tools are like that where you have to be careful with them or they'll get you hurt. Since we keep getting Ghibli leitmotifs in our music, hang on a second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Since we keep getting Ghibli leitmotifs, what is the chat's favorite Ghibli movie? I'm curious. Mine is Kiki's Delivery Service. I also really loved, I recently watched Whisper of the Heart and loved it a lot. And The Cat Returns is really good too. Yeah, The Real Thing definitely requires a lot of attention to safety. Yeah, the kickback on it's insane. I've yet to watch Princess Mononoke or Arrietty. Mononoke is a little special because I know it's gonna make me cry really hard, so I keep putting it off. I'm probably gonna watch it here soon. I want to be alone when I do because of how much it's probably gonna make me cry. I've not been spoiled too much on what's in it, but I just kind of have a feeling it's gonna make me cry. I've heard a lot of people say that they're not a huge fan of Arrietty, but I think I'm gonna like it a lot. It looks really nice. And I don't know if it has like witches or anything like that. I've heard people compare it to Little Witch Academia, and I loved Little Witch Academia. Howl's Moving Castle is incredible. It's probably my House is my second favorite. Like, first place is Kiki's, then House, then probably Whisper of the Heart. Oh yeah, Arrietty is a really pretty name. It's so unique too. I really appreciate uncommon names. Because, a name should be something special. It should be something that you resonate with. That's one of the things that I've loved so much about becoming Soren. Is like, now that's honestly my true name now. Like, that's the one that I resonate with more. So it's really nice to have a name that, like, I chose and means a lot to me. Oh, such troublesome little spots. Let's get the higher power nozzle out. Okay, I think we can switch back now. There we go. Welcome while you have dinner. Have a good dinner. Such a satisfying little ding. I need like an attachment for a sink when I wash dishes that makes that ding when the dish is clean. It would be funny, yeah. So a dirty lawnmower. Green nozzle seems like it's a really good one, because, like, it's still got that range, but it's also got that power. The handle? Is the handle not clean? What? You're totally clean. Come on. There we go. Handle. Okay. Toy car. I loved these little, I'm not sure what you call them. These little, like, toy cars that you drive around in were so fun growing up. I never had many. I just had, like, I think, yeah, I had one, and then my sister had one growing up, and so, I definitely played around in that one, too. Oh, you got some bad stains. Okay. Let's do the yellow one. Okay. I tell you what, I actually didn't realize how late it was last night when I was playing Liza P, because I was having so much fun, and I had to delay, stream to a later point, so I ended up staying up pretty late, doing that stream, and then I still had some stuff I had to do after the stream, but I made a mistake that I went to take medicine for my cough, and I didn't realize that it was the nighttime medicine I was taking. So about halfway into the work that I intended to get done, I got super sleepy, and I zoinked out pretty quickly. Worked out though. I honestly, a lot of that stuff can be like put off until the next day, but I'm just very much like, no, I have to do it now. I just gotta get done now. There we go. Let's go ahead and switch back to green nozzle. I think we should do the long extension. Started Euro Camp? I've never heard of that. What is that? Nice and relaxing too? That's good. Is it a game? A show? Camping anime. Ooh, how fun. Thank you for the head pat. Oh, hydrate? Okay. And stretchies. Oh, thank you. Laid Back Camp, also known as in Japan as Yoru Camp, is a Japanese manga series written and illustrated by Afro, Afro, set in and around Yamanashi Prefecture, Japan. The series chronicles the adventures of Rin Shima, Nadeshiko Kagamihara, and their friends as they travel to various campsites across the country. Ooh, nice. Streamer care package, thank you. Yep, I had to respond to a text. Let me get a bite of my chicken sandwich while we're stationary here. White nozzle. The white nozzle lets me down. Long attachment with it. I don't know that that's the problem because I'm pretty close up on it. I'll try it. Yeah, no, it has a hard time getting those. What's up? Do you do bikes? Could do with someone running their thing over my deadbeat dirt bike. Okay. Florraine and I would climb up and down the rock garden all day, pretending we were on rumbling Mount Ruthless, and the pond was the crater. Oh wow. I have no idea how we explain the fish being there, though. That's a satisfying one. I like that. Oh, that's an extra dirty one. Let's go over it with the green first. Okay, now we'll spot clean. Another text message. Goodness gracious. There we go. I don't like to checking text during stream. Like, it's not something that I like doing. That's one of the reasons I don't give my number out to a lot of people, because, like, they always seem to text at really inconvenient times. Yeah. I, generally speaking, find it rather unprofessional to, like, be texting while you're streaming and stuff like that. Sometimes I get text messages that I can't ignore, and I have to, like, tend to those, but, like, if they can be ignored, I try to save them for after stream. Thankfully, this is a chill stream, though, so it's like I'm a little bit more willing to text. Yeah, something important. I'll definitely text for something important during stream if I have to. I still try to be relatively brief, even then, though. Like I've known people that they'll send text messages during a stream and be like, check your text messages and stuff like that, like with someone in the collab, and I'm like, what are you doing? Don't do that. You're gonna make like the viewers feel like excluded, like you're having like some secret talk or something they don't get to be a part of. Not that like, viewers need to like know everything that's going on all the time, but like you don't have to make people feel excluded. That's one thing that like I really like knowing multiple languages and stuff like that. But it can be really bothersome when you're like hanging out in a friends group and you don't speak the languages that they speak. You only speak like one common language with them, and they start like saying stuff to each other in the language that you can't understand and having like their inside jokes and stuff like that. It's a little bit rude. It's kind of bothersome, and like I've in the past been in friends groups like that where I've been like, hey, maybe don't do that. Makes me feel a little bit excluded. And they're like, why are you throwing, or not? Why are you being so weird about it? Why can't we do that or whatever? And I'm like, because you're hanging out in a group setting with me, and it just feels a little rude to like exclude me from the conversation. Yeah, in collabs, it's really rude to do tech stuff, I find. And yeah, that too is rude, yes. People will do rude things, though. There's a line in the Castlevania show that I really like. One of the characters is like on a mission to like raise up a demon army and like take on humanity or whatever. And he says, when they ask me in the future why I destroyed all of humanity, my response will be, because you're all so rude. I think he's a little bit onto something there. I love humanity. I get really tired of like people being like, humanity's terrible and all that, and like it's all awful. It's really not. There's bad people, and like we have our flaws and all that, but like we progressively get better. But like that's one of the best reasons to have an issue with humanity, is just how unbelievably rude some people can be. That's one of the things I've really loved about my IRL work, is like I've gotten to interview lots of people and film all kinds of speeches and events and talks and stuff like that, and I've gotten to see a lot of like really good things in the world, and that's very important and uplifting, and it keeps me centered and focused on like what actually matters. It's very, very easy to get caught up in how bad things are and can be, but it is important as well to look at the things that are going well and are doing well in the world. Trying to figure out what to do for food. I do not know. Food is something I fucking love. I love cooking so much. What's your favorite dish? My favorite dish is probably it's either sushi, pho, or French bouillabaisse. I really love bouillabaisse. It's very delicious. I had a really fun time making it on my cooking show. Start with information taken. Yeah. Sushi, burgers. Yeah, burgers are good when done right. I like a lot of pepper in my burgers. I find that really elevates it for me. I need some spice to keep me interested. A lot of things in life are like that for me. I have a very diverse set of interests, and like if things are boring me, I often just won't really stay committed with it. So I keep everything as spiced as possible. But that's also, it's good to appreciate the monotonous things, I suppose. Like one of the things, a lot of people get caught up in the like constant simulation, especially when you have stuff like TikTok and stuff like that. Like you need to constantly have something on entertaining you. And like I'm right there with you. I watch like a lot of YouTube shorts and stuff like that, and I can get caught up in it. But I think it's important to like sometimes take a breather. Don't have anything on. Don't have anything entertaining you, and just sit with yourself for a little while. A lot of people will respond to that and be like, I don't want to be alone with my thoughts and stuff like that. But I think it's important to every now and then be alone with your thoughts. Just from time to time, just to check in, just to have a little bit of time to kind of detox from everything. It is hard. It's very hard. Being bored is very hard, and like being alone with your thoughts is very hard. And like, if you can't do it, you can't do it. That's fine. There's no shame in it. But I think for me personally, I really like to like go outside, sit in like a chair, and just kind of listen to the birds for a little while. And like that's kind of something entertaining me, but it's so, the birds aren't trying to entertain you. Like they make noise every now and then, but for the most part they're just kind of not doing much of anything. And so it's not really much of a stimulus, but just getting the fresh air and like being alone with your thoughts for a little while is really good for me. Just me personally. Seems a little contrary for me to say that. Also, welcome back, Abrupt. It feels a little contrary for me as a, entertainer to like say don't have anything on. But I think I stand by that. Some thoughts are really dark and hard to... Yes, absolutely. There's also times, I would say, when being alone with your thoughts is not the play. I was mostly transparent about it about a month ago, maybe a little bit more at this point. Things were getting a little rough on me. Things were getting hard. I had some interpersonal friendships that were not working out too well. Things were going really bad, and I got hurt really bad, emotionally speaking. And so that was a time, very much so, when like every now and then I would sit with myself and think things over, but most of the time I needed distraction, because a lot of time when stuff is really bothering you, it's usually the stuff you can't do anything about. Someone is doing something or feels a kind of way that you can't change. You can't stop people from going sometimes, and that's not in your control. And those are times that distraction is good, because time is really what you need. Like, it gets much easier with time. my boss once said something. My boss at my IRL work, and he's been through a lot. He has lost a lot of people because he's getting really up there in age, and so he's seen a lot of people come and go. And he said that when this is going to get a little bit heavy, but when his brother passed, he was really excited for the 2-year anniversary. And the reason he was excited for the 2-year anniversary is because with everything he's been through in life, generally speaking, most things, no matter how painful they are, typically for him, by the 2-year mark, it's much, much easier than it was. So for him to focus on getting to that 2-year mark and knowing that things are going to be better really helped him. So like even by the 1-year anniversary mark, it was already much easier than it was, but it was still hard. But by the time that he got to the 2-year mark, it was significantly easier than it was when it started. Yeah, you feel that kind of pain? Yeah, we all do. I'm someone who very much so, I try to control the outcome of a lot of things. Whenever things go bad, I feel that they're my fault. I did something wrong. I caused this. And a lot of times my brain, whether I like it or not, goes into panic mode of I have to do something to try to fix this. I want to believe that I have some type of agency in the situation and I can affect the outcome. Sometimes you can, sometimes, but there's also a lot of situations where you just need to be quiet. You just have to quiet down and, let time pass. It is very scary, especially when it involves other people. I mentioned earlier, some people will go and you cannot stop them. You can't force anyone to do anything. And, if somebody wants to leave, they want to leave. And you gotta kind of just accept that. Well, yeah, wondering what happened, how can I fix it, or something like that. Yeah. There's a lot of situations in life where I don't exactly know what went wrong. But it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Like, I could sit there, try to figure out what went wrong all day long. I could even have the other person tell me what went wrong. And, a lot of times, both sides don't really know what went wrong. It's kind of, things just got messy and people's desires changed and, you move on and you seek out new things. And there's a lot out there to seek. Hello, Soft Kitten. Good to see you. We're having a very chill stream today, talking about a lot of different stuff. So welcome to the stream. Feel free to relax, take a load off, have a good chat with us, talk about anything you like. We are currently talking about how you cannot force people to do anything, and a lot of things in life you just kind of have to give it time and accept the outcome. That's a very hard thing for me in a lot of ways. There's a line in KH3 that I had a really hard time kind of swallowing. How do I say this without super mega spoilers? Because I don't want to spoil anything. I won't give context to the line, but the line is essentially a good leader knows that fate is beyond their control and accepts that. And I had a hard time swallowing that because I'm very much like the type of mindset of like, no, do not, like, you make your own fate and all that. And like, yes, that's very much true. You do make your own fate. You do have agency. You do control things. But there are some things outside of our control. The ad censored the line really well. Mind repeating it? Oh. The line is, a good leader knows that fate is beyond their control and accepts that. That line is hard for me to swallow because I'm very much of the mindset of like, you make your own fate and like you have agency in the outcome of things, but there are things in the world that you cannot control. So that's really what that line is getting at, is that there are some things in the world that you cannot control, and you have to accept that, and you have to play with the cards that you're dealt. Because like, if you try to struggle against that, you're just going to make things worse. It's like quicksand. As is the sands of time. For a long time you felt that way. Don't even know how it changed. But now sometimes you feel like you've gone too far in the opposite direction. There is balance. There's definitely balance to be had in that. I think it's really bad to kind of be of the mindset that it, like, there's like a, you see it a lot in anime, the saying, it can't be helped. Which is basically just another way of saying like, it is what it is. I think a lot of people get caught up in it is what it is and it can't be helped with a lot of things in the world. And they don't really try to change things. And that can be really destructive. That's basically consigning yourself to not try. And that's different than accepting when things are outside of our control. It really comes down to just, experience in identifying what is actually within your agency and what is not. And even when things are not inside of your control, you still have choices and decisions that you can make within the confines of what is in your control. And you can, alter how you, handle these things that happen. But these are things that, we get better at them. Well, hopefully, if you're paying attention to stuff that's going on in your life, most of the time you will get better at them with time and age. Some people take the wrong messages in life, and that's something to beware of, because there are people in the world, particularly the people you find who are bitter, will, spout an ideology and message that they've taken from things that is not accurate. It's their own perception of things and their bitterness that gets in the way. And that can be really dangerous if you take the wrong message from the wrong people. Trying to work on that balance. You're doing all right about it lately. I think about a year ago, found something and truly interests you, and it's been a lot easier to look inward and out. Absolutely. I'm proud of you. You keep trying your best every day. That's all we can do. When things got hard for me about a month or so ago, I went back to therapy. I've been out of therapy for quite a while. Because I mentioned before, I used to be really, really depressed, like a long time ago. Well, not that long ago, like pandemic time, things went really bad for me, like really, really bad, and it was like the lowest I've ever been. And I got therapy, and I worked on myself a lot, and did a lot, and I found my purpose and my happiness. But whenever things got really bad, a month ago, because of how, like, I don't look at therapy with, like, any kind of, like, shame or anything like that. I think it's a really good thing, and I view it as essentially mental hygiene. Like, it's like going in for, like, a doctor's checkup, essentially, sometimes. So I went back into therapy for a while, and I think I've done 5 sessions since, I want to say. And I think that was really good. I think that was really helpful. Even though I wasn't in a super bad place. I think it's really good to do therapy for some people. I would say most people. Even if you're not in a really bad place. Because it's like mental hygiene. At least that's how I view it. So I went in, and I wasn't in a super bad place, but I was like, let me just go ahead, go in, talk with the therapist, and make sure that, like, I'm keeping myself good and clean and in check, and I'm not letting things get too out of hand, letting them get bad. And I think that did me a world of good. Especially me as a very introspective person. I get in my own head a lot with a lot of things, and I blame myself for a lot of stuff that happens. A lot of times, even if other people are doing something that hurts me, I'll kind of blame myself and be of the mindset that it's my fault that they're doing that. So going to, like, therapy is a really good way to handle that, because I can talk to another person about it, and it's typically a lot easier to see when the way things really are when you're really going into detail about everything that happened with another person, when that person is either very wise or a licensed professional. I don't exactly think it's very helpful to, like, go over events of things with, like, friends that will play, like, yes man for you. Like, I know one thing that, like, a lot of people do, like, if a relationship goes bad, is they'll very often be like, you take their friend's side fully and be like, yeah, they were no good, they were bad, regardless of the details or the facts. And that's not particularly, in my opinion, very constructive, because I don't feel like that really promotes growth or any kind of understanding of the situation. Because when you do it that way, you just kind of stay the same that you were. Granted, there is definitely a lot of situations where yeah, they were actually bad. Like, that friend is not blowing air up your ass. They were actually bad news. I like doing these nice uniform lines in the cleaning. I do that when I mow the yard too. I have a tendency to over-optimize things. I often wonder to myself whenever I'm like mowing the yard and stuff like that, I'm like, I wonder if anyone's done like, you know, like an Oxford study or something on like, what is the optimal pattern to mow a yard? Like, is it actually just like, is it straight uniform lines back and forth with like minimal amounts of movement? Or is there like some like really unique, unorthodox pattern that you wouldn't initially think about, but like comes out to like save more seconds and be more optimal? I'm sure that'll be something that as like automatic mowers become more common and like AI becomes more commonplace in the household, I'm sure that we'll see stuff like that get optimized to mow yards in like the optimal fashion. Like it'll like scan the environment and calculate like the amount of movements that it would need to make, or like machine learn as it mows the yard how to like do it as quick as possible. I think there's value in not doing things optimally sometimes, especially when it's like something you can like get enjoyment out of, like cooking, for example. I think a lot of times cooking in the most optimal fashion is inoptimal for enjoyment. Probably depend on the yard since they aren't all the same. Exactly what I was thinking too. So like I'm usually thinking like, what is the optimal way to mow my yard? And I imagine that it's, you know, it's a different optimal fashion depending on other people's yards. It's like machine learning would probably be really necessary to find that optimal path. Yeah, like with hills and bumps. I live on a hill, so it can be really bothersome. Really hope this trellis is like, okay, good. It is popping. I don't have to get in the grooves. I thought that I wouldn't, at least. There we go. Hmm. Whoa, I have a lot of Discord messages. Hang on. Let me just see what that is. I'm not going to respond to them. What's going on over there? Okay, I do need to respond to this one. Okay. A wise one. Thank you. Thank you for appreciating my musings. I value wisdom very highly. I think I still have a lot to learn. But I think, in a way, my ability to recognize that I have a lot to learn is a form of wisdom. I am very careful not to get too prideful or complacent in feeling that I am wise. A lot of times that expresses itself in me being overly humble in things, but I would rather undersell myself than oversell myself on a lot of stuff. Unless it's like a job interview, in which case, lie. Absolutely. Lie on your job interviews. Fantastic. I used to not lie on my job interviews. Oh my god, it was terrible. Lying on your job interviews is fantastic. Absolutely, always keep looking for opportunities to learn. I try to, no matter who I meet in life, be at least open to hearing what it is they say, because most people that you meet have something that they know that you don't, some lesson that they've learned that you haven't, some perspective they have that you do not. And it can be very useful to be open to hearing those. However, the trapping that you can get caught up in that, and Bruce Lee talked about this a little bit, not just in regards to like learning martial arts, but in regards of just like life in general, is take in what is useful, discard what is not. And, it takes a level of experience, understanding, and conviction to hear what some people have to say and recognize when sometimes what people have to say is actually bullshit. What is this little thing? Okay, oh, it's a pond. Okay. So you can put like fishies in it. Listening is easy, but realizing the value or lack of value is tough bit. Yes, absolutely. You have to be like a jeweler, ascertaining the quality of a jewel. One of the biggest trappings that people fall in with ascertaining the quality of things that people say, generally speaking, cynicism is a very attractive way of looking at things, because cynicism, very typically speaking, is presented in a rather elegant fashion. It's presented under the guise of realism, and it's presented to be irrefutable in the eyes of the person presenting it. Because typically speaking, people whom have become cynical with the world have become cynical with time and with experiences, and those experiences are very, how do I say, very close to home for them. And so when you encounter people who are very cynical, they are very cynical, typically speaking, because things happen to them that cause them to be that way. And so they will very fervently hold true that they had to have come out of that situation with the right understanding and message of the way things are. But cynicism is not always correct. It is not always realistic. I think oftentimes cynicism is quite incorrect, as it does not account for all of the variables. But it's also important to, as with many things, it's important to pay close attention and listen to a lot of things that people say from cynicists, as typically they are peeling back the layers of things that are not working, things that need change. Gotta lurk for a bit? Have a good lurk, Suki. Like, there's a lot of people whom they're of the mindset that things are just going to keep getting worse and worse in the world until, like, it ends. I really don't think that history or facts supports that idea. Like, you really don't have to look that far back to see that as time has gone on, humanity has gotten more compassionate, more intelligent, more effective, and that the world, generally speaking, in most regards, has gotten better over time. There are places in which things have gotten worse. There are lots of stages in history where we've taken steps back, but that's always a temporary setback towards actually things being better. I mean, that's just kind of how evolution, generally speaking, works on a intellectual level. You can make, evolutionary missteps where, as a people, as a society, you got the wrong idea somewhere along the ways and you started doing things bad, but generally speaking, things will get better. Things will improve and people will become wiser and have more humanity, and there'll be more opportunity for people who otherwise would not have had that opportunity to live a good life. Thank you for the head pats and everything else, Lucy. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Let me go ahead and get my water. Check my posture. Have a good stretch. Thank you. Let me go ahead and adjust my sitting pose too. Here we go. With how long these jobs are, I think we'll go to an FF7 map after this one. Just because they're taking a while. Let's see if we can buy any items. Okay. So we have the soap nozzle now. Oh, those are locked. Okay. We'll get one of each of these. Actually, just buy out all their stock. That way, they can fully restock. So this is stone. So we're gonna want soap nozzle. Oh, that sound. That reminds me so much of SpongeBob. Such good vibes. It's multi-purpose inside of it. Okay, I see. There we go. The stone is clean. Whoops. Maybe we... What is it? This is also stone. You know what? Let's finish the patio, and we'll get back to the pond after. Oh, the wonders of soap. Truly, soap did so much for humanity. Like, the invention of, like, actually being able to sterilize things. Oh my god. Out of stone cleaner. Okay. There we go. The white nozzle's doing pretty good on these chairs and stuff. back for now. Welcome back. There we go. I say that so much. Like, now that I stream, there's a lot of times that I'll just, like, complete a task or do something, and I'll be like, yeah, there we go, or all right, or we got it. Like, it's a lot of kind of nonsensical things to say like that, but I have to fill the silence. When you're streaming, a lot of times, generally speaking, a very good rule is always be talking, because you never want to have a point in time, like, even if no one's saying anything in chat or something, you don't ever want to have a point in time where someone comes to the stream and you're sitting there not saying something, because you want to be saying stuff so that it can pull people in and, like, they can hear you, get engaged with you and stuff like that. A lot of times, even if I don't have a whole lot to say, you know, I will grasp at straws for something to say, and usually that leads into actually having something to say. I'm not a necessarily particularly talkative person. I just try very hard. Yeah. I suppose, in a lot of, like, social groups, though, I was always the person leading the conversation, typically speaking. Like, I was always trying to fill the dead air, was always trying to get people to talk, trying to make people feel included in the conversations, trying to steer conversations in ways that I knew would cause people to mingle with one another. I think that skill set has probably assisted me in streaming, especially for collabs. I think outside of streaming, though, I should definitely learn to actually just let things be quiet sometimes. Well, I'm sure that, you know, if it's something you want to get better with, you will in time. Yeah, I have a hard time, like, sitting in silence in, like, voice calls and stuff like that. IRL, it's not so hard, because, like, I can see them, and there's an element of, like, togetherness already without needing to say anything. Like, I feel I'm already doing my part to be connected by being in the same room, like, sharing the same space. But in, like, voice calls and stuff, I have a hard time sitting in silence unless I'm very comfortable with them. One of the hardest things for me, though, is leaving voice chats. I've gotten over most of my social anxieties, but there's something about leaving voice chats that I still find very hard. Like, there's something really awkward for me about being like, I gotta go, like, I need to leave. I don't know why that's hard for me, really, because it's normal, you know. Of course I have to leave the voice channel eventually, but it is. You relate so hard. I'm glad that people relate. Thankfully, because I'm often very busy with a lot of stuff, I can usually provide a reason why I need to go, and that makes me feel a little bit better. Sugi doesn't. Sugi just goes by. Yeah. I kind of want to just leave without saying anything. A lot of times I don't. Like, I never leave without saying anything. Matter of joining. I have an easy time joining. I don't know why. Like, that should be harder. Realistically speaking, it should be harder for me to, like, come in and, like, get engaged with a pre-existing group and conversation. I have no trouble doing that usually, though. It's leaving. Thank you for the head pats, imposter. I don't know. Like, I don't really understand it. I'll get better with it in time, I'm sure. Well, I'd like to think so. It's been an issue for a long time, though. Kind of want to play it now. Yeah, it's a really fun, relaxing game. I recommend it. Yeah, it's just an interesting little weird quirk that I have. So if you're ever in a voice channel with me or something, or we have a movie night, and I kind of like awkwardly stumble out of VC, it's because I'm having a hard time leaving for whatever reason. Doesn't find that one itty bitty pixel of dirt. Yeah, well, usually it's not that frustrating when you can't find it. You just keep spraying. I have a really easy time getting into them. Like, I'm one of those people that I would rather... a lot of people get really anxious about, like, phone calls and stuff like that. And I get anxious about phone calls with, like, strangers sometimes. Like, I used to have a really hard time, like, calling to, like, order a pizza, or calling any type of, like, anything that, like, was transactional, or a business of any kind. Like, I didn't like talking to cashiers and stuff like that. I got over those as I worked on my social anxieties. But now, especially with friends and stuff, I would rather someone call me, like, on my phone or Discord if it's, like, something that warrants a phone call. And, like, they don't need to message me and be like, hey, can I call you? Like, we don't need to text or talk about it beforehand. I would rather them just call. Would much rather do text chat for most stuff. Yeah, I get that. I really do. And I very much try to cater to that, because I know that most people are that way now. Like, I never want to, like, make people anxious. So I definitely try to avoid doing things that I think are going to upset people or make them anxious. So, stepping stone. Oh, whoops, that's my Steam overlay. A fence post and a stepping stone, huh? I knew it was that little stepping stone because it never dinged. There we go. We were here for a long time. Have a good rest, Meadow. Sleep well. You wear headphones even when you look busy. Oh. Yeah, that's a strategy a lot of people employ, I think. Alright, let's see about the FF7 jobs if I can get there. Here we go. Specials. Midgar. I should have read the little intro thing. Oh well. Oh, they give me the pro materials and stuff. Alright, yeah, so we have the hauler truck and the Hardy Daytona Cloud bike. Yep, it is Cloud's motorcycle from Final Fantasy VII. That's a lot of dings. I love Final Fantasy VII. Reeve Tousley, as you are new to Midgar, allow me to say a few words of introduction. I am the director of... Okay, it's gone. He's the director of urban planning. He's a character in the game. None of this is canonical to Final Fantasy, though, of course. So we want... let's get the short extension and the soap and metal cleaner. Do you play through the remake? What do you think about the ways it's changed? Well, I did play through the remake, yes. I've not played through episode Yuffie. I should do so soon. Obviously, I've not played the new remake. I've also stayed away from most trailers of the new remake. And by that, I mean episode Rebirth. I've also not played the Crisis Core remake yet. But yes, I did play Final Fantasy VII Remake 1, the first entry of the remake. So, this is not quite a spoiler. No, this is not, well, I'm closely thinking how I want to word this. I don't think there's any way I can really beat around it. FF7 Remake is not a remake. A lot of people have figured this out. A lot of people have not figured this out. FF7 Remake is not a remake. FF7 Remake is a sequel to Advent Children. Those changes are not as much changes as they are a evolution in the progression of the story. So, given the context that I'm really having to beat around the bush a little bit here, but given that 7 Remake is not a remake and is in fact a sequel and a moving forward of the story, I do not mind the changes whatsoever. Everything that happened in the original still happened. Just new things are happening now. You never connected to Advent Children? So, I'm gonna go a little bit into spoilers, just a tiny bit. I'm still gonna keep it relatively spoiler-free for anyone that has not played and has interest, because I really don't want to spoil stuff in the game. There are some enemies, so there's a combat log. Like, you can view information on enemies when you fight them. If you, towards the end of the game, start reading the combat log on some of those enemies that you're fighting in the last area, they will say some things about Advent Children and about who these enemies really are, what they are, and from there, it becomes a lot more clear what's actually happening. For a lot of people, the end segment really feels super crazy. Like, it feels like it comes out of nowhere, and that it's kind of almost Kingdom Heartsy. Like, that, like, all of a sudden, the game goes from feeling like Final Fantasy VII to feeling kind of like Kingdom Hearts. And yes, it definitely does feel a little bit more like Kingdom Hearts than it does Final Fantasy VII in that last end segment. It is because some, like, universe level changing things are happening at that endpoint. New paths in time are being forged. Like, things are really getting crazy and changing. And that's both a literal thing that's happening as well as a metaphorical thing. Metaphorically speaking, it is a metaphor for how the devs want to change the story in unique, interesting ways and do new and interesting things with it, because as a creative, doing the same thing again is often hell. And so, metaphorically speaking, it's representative of that. There's a force that's trying to stop them from changing anything. That's like a stand-in for, like, the fans that, like, don't want anything to change. And then there's the creatives who, you know, want to do something new, want to do something unique, and they found the most interesting way to do that possible, which is that everything that happened in the previous entries has already happened. That time happened, but now someone from that time has gone back and they're trying to change things. Looking to replay it again before the second part comes out. Keep that in mind. You forgot all about Advent Children. You'll watch that again for you to recall. One thing that happens that's very blatant, when you enter that last segment, Cloud and them see a vision. Like, it flashes on screen really quick, and they say, "What was that?" And Red 13 says, "That was a vision of what is going to happen if we fail here today." That flash that's on screen is a direct video of the opening segment of Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. Because Advent Children and all of that has already happened, and someone, I don't want to name who, but it's very obvious who has gone back in time through the live stream and is trying to change things. Still have to finish F7. It's interesting. Yeah, I'm saying things in a way that's not going to spoil too much. It's definitely still a spoiler. I might put, like, a warning on screen for, like, the VOD or something whenever I upload it. Given I'm doing the FF7 map, though, I feel like if someone has, like, particular interest in watching me do this segment, they're probably into FF7 in some capacity. But I've left it vague enough to not spoil anything too much. I'm gonna come back to the bike later, I think. Yeah, I think I'll come back to the bike later. But yes, I want to say right now, although things are changing in the remakes, the devs have said that all of the really, really important moments that happen in the original are still going to happen. Without me directly saying the big spoiler that is, like, for someone who hasn't played original FF7, I'm not going to spoil stuff from original 7. There is a certain event which is very, very, very popular in gaming history. There are some people who think that event may not happen. That event is 100% going to happen. I am very certain that they will probably subvert expectations. We might even be able to forestall that event from taking place. But that event is going to happen. I really think that some people are getting a little overly worked up in getting worried that they're going to change FF7 in a way that kind of loses the meaning. That's not going to happen. A lot of what's going on is like around the idea of fate. A lot of these events, especially the really integral one that people are thinking of, that's fated to happen. That's going to happen no matter what. Yeah, that thing is definitely not going to change. If they changed it, it would be really strange. So the main motivation for making FF7 was there was a poll in Japan that really concerned the devs, where they were talking to kids about death, and one of the questions that came up was, can people come back to life? And a lot of the kids answered yes, and that was very concerning to the devs, because that is, really a very big part of acceptance with grief. And so the core integral concept of FF7, the entire thing that FF7 is about, is grief. That's the core fundamental design philosophy with the story. And so to change that event in which I'm referring to would be counterpoint to the entire purpose of Final Fantasy VII. So that's really not going to change. You can reinterpret it in different ways, like you can tackle it in a different way, but that event fundamentally still has to happen. And that's also one of the interesting things about retackling the game in the remake sequel fashion, which is also, by the way, that's the reason that the new title is called Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, because the timeline is being rebirthed. We are birthing a new timeline. You can tackle these things in a new way, where you can take a sobering look and perspective on these grieving points. And that's really interesting. They're going to be able to do some really crazy, interesting stuff. I wish they gave me more metal cleaner for this job, because there's a lot of metal. FF7 gets a lot of love and a lot of hate. Very weirdly. The hate's really odd. I think it comes from a lot of standpoints of people who, for whatever reason, are kind of uncomfortable with, like, things being edgy. Like, I see this a lot with, like, Final Fantasy in general. A lot of people seem really terrified of being dramatic, or in any way kind of like, what's the word? I think drama is probably the best way to describe it. I've talked about, I have some issues with, like, the MCU. Like, I know a lot of people like the MCU, and that's great. I'm really happy for them that they enjoy the MCU. One of the things that bothers me in the MCU is that a lot of times now, when you have a really serious moment in the Marvel movies, they will kind of undermine it with comedy. That's known as bathos in, like, theater. It dates back to, like, Greek theater and stuff like that. I very oftentimes feel that I would rather let a scene breathe and not try to cut it with comedy. Just kind of stand by it that, like, this thing is serious, this is, an emotional scene, and don't try to cut it with comedy. That seems very hard for a lot of people. And, like, yeah, that's just kind of my own perspective on it. That's not to say that all fiction shouldn't cut things with comedy. But back to FF7 and how that relates, like with Advent Children, a lot of people didn't like how quote unquote emo Cloud was, but he is a very emotionally stunted boy. He's got a lot going on. He has really bad, complex PTSD. He has a lot that is really weighing on him, both from before FF7 and because of events that happen in FF7. And so, although Advent Children could do a better job in its writing at times, the dialogue certainly could have been better in some areas. Generally speaking, what Cloud is doing and how he acts is very in character to Cloud, and it makes sense with how he is. A lot of people like to say that, like, they're a fan of Cloud in FF7, but they're not a fan of Cloud in in Advent Children. But that's kind of part of it, is that, like, the real Cloud is the Cloud in Advent Children. The Cloud you're getting in FF7, in a lot of ways, is a facade that Cloud is trying to put on, because he's trying to be someone that he's not. So that's kind of the thing, is when you like Cloud in FF7, but you don't like Cloud in Advent Children, you don't really like the real Cloud, you like the facade that Cloud puts on. But, FF7 came out a long time ago. God, what year did FF7 come out? Let me just quickly remind myself. FF7 release date. 1997. It's been a long time. And that was a different moment in gaming. And people were very different. And a lot of people playing it, were really into, like, action movies and stuff like that. So Cloud, is very much trying to be a very cool, kind of macho person. He wants to believe that he's this, like, super special, awesome soldier. But that's not Cloud. And that's a very important thing, I think, for a lot of people. Cyberpunk Edgerunners does a pretty good job with that kind of topic. Not the best job. I don't think that it explores it super thoroughly. But one of the things that Edgerunners is about is, like, constantly the main character will say stuff like, "I'm built different." Some people call it, like, main character syndrome. I think a lot of times it's healthy to view yourself as the main character in your own life, to an extent, but Cloud has it to, like, a delusional level because of, like, the traumas that's happened and him trying to be someone that he's not. And that's, long story short, that's really what Advent Children is trying to get at, is it's trying to get Cloud to a point where he can be himself again and he can smile. That's also why the preliminary novels leading up to Advent Children, are called Final Fantasy VII On the Way to a Smile. Welcome back, Sugi. Good thing this truck bed doesn't fill up with water. Not to derail, but your audio only coming through one side. Only hear in your right ear once you put your headphones on. I'm not sure if I can do anything about that. Because my audio should be mono. So it should be coming through both. Yeah, Suki hears it on both. I will look into that after stream, because I've actually been told that before recently. It was in a Discord call though, so I am wondering if maybe my audio got mixed up somewhere and I'm not set to mono or something. But yeah, I'll look into it. I can't do anything about it right now. And I should be set to mono so that I come through both headphones. So it's definitely not something I'm actively aware of how to fix if it is on my end. My apologies that that's happening if it is my fault though. Well, regardless, I'm sorry that's happening. Yeah, it sounds mono. That's good. That's going to have to be something that I'm going to learn a lot more about as I get into ASMR and stuff like that, when I eventually pick up a 3DO microphone as well. Because I'm going to want to make sure that things are set. I believe, is the word binaural? I believe binaural is, yeah, for the different ears. Yes, binaural. I'm going to have to get into binaural audio as I get more into ASMR and stuff like that. Yeah, big time. Yeah. I like binaural sounds a lot, where like stuff is like switching ears and stuff like that. I really enjoy that. Alright, so what am I missing on the bike? We need the rear light on the bike and the seat. Okay, that's the seat. The rear light. We have a headlight that needs cleaning. There we go. Those make Sugi dizzy. Eyes follow the sound. Ah, I would suggest closing your eyes. That typically will make things better. It's worse? Oh, damn. Okay. So this job is probably going to take a long time. This will probably be the last job we do today. I've seen someone else do this job, and this one takes a while. Let me get a bite of my sandwich. ASMR is hard to listen to. Oh, well, whenever I'm doing the ASMR streams and videos and stuff like that, don't ever feel obligated to like watch or anything. I totally get that it's not for everyone. Ooh. Okay, so I think let's let's kind of start our way from the top. Sensory thing most time. I got you. Yeah, most people I know are not into ASMR. They're like super not into it. We're gonna switch music. So we're gonna be here for a while. You solved the issue? Oh, sick. So it was not on my end. Behold the Scorpion Sentinel, one of Shinra's greatest achievements in military robotics. Your identity has been stored in its database as a non-target, so stop worrying about getting shot and start scrubbing. Thank you, Heimerdinger. Heidegger, I mean. You're quite safe for now. Okay. I called him Heimerdinger from League. Sorry I bothered you with it? No, it's fine. I didn't, like, mess with my audio settings or anything. I would rather people alert me to stuff, even if it's a false alarm, on the off chance that it's something that I can improve. A lot of times, it's a little hard to get feedback on stuff in streaming. Like, I'll put out, like, tweets and stuff that's like, what game do you guys want to see? Or what direction would you like to see the channel go in? Stuff like that. And the replies that I get, although they're very nice, and I appreciate the sentiment, a lot of times it's do whatever you like, whatever you enjoy, whatever you love. And I appreciate that. But a lot of times when I'm asking, it's because I need advice on the direction. And, like, when I put out, like, YouTube shorts or, you know, TikToks or anything like that, I would rather, if someone has any input, like, if they watch it and they're like, this was too long, I would rather them comment and tell me it was too long. Like, I had put out that, how to drink water TikTok recently, just as like a funny little like jokey thing. And I had a friend message me and they're like, hey, I know that you really value getting like input on this stuff. So like, although I don't want to sound mean, I gotta be honest, it was too long. It lost my attention like halfway through, and it was hard for me to watch the rest of it. And I was like, thank you. I really appreciate that. I think that you have a point there. I could have cut out some of that short, and it would have been a little bit better. And I value that input. So, Yeah. It's hard to do that for a number of reasons. Wait, raise arm. Oh, cool. It's hard to do that for a number of reasons. Because, like, it's hard not to come off as, like, rude a lot of times when giving input of that nature. And also, a lot of people do not want that input. But, like, I'm actively asking for it. And, like, even if someone was, like, really mean about it, which I would rather them not be mean about it, but, like, even if someone was, like, really mean about it, where they're like, your content is shit, this is what you should be doing. As long as there's a constructive aspect of it and it's not just your content is bad, haha. You know, there's value that I can get out of someone like offering construction, and like I like constructive criticism because I can like actually do something with that, and like it gives me solid direction. Not that the audio thing is like a constructive criticism, because like it wasn't a criticism, but like it was a segue into talking about this because like you were having a potential audio issue that was something that I could maybe, oh hey, it's the Shinra logo, that I could maybe have an effect on. So like I would rather be given the false alarm if it's like somewhere that I can improve in. Because I want to constantly get better. I want to make good stuff. And as I get better, everyone will have more enjoyment out of watching me, and then we all benefit. And I can take that knowledge and like also, you know, help anyone else that wants to improve their content and stuff like that, like members of Altera and stuff like that. You understand that? If audio is odd when you're in here, you be sure to bring it up. Thank you. I always reference it, but like I had a stream in the past like where my game was muted through the entire stream and no one said anything because they were like, I just assumed that you chose to do that. But like, if I chose to do that, to have my video game muted through the entire stream, I'm pretty sure that maybe it might have been a constructive criticism to be like, you should unmute your game. Oh my god, Tifa Lockhart. Hey, if you're available, I have a job for you at Sector 7 Undercity. Yes, anything for you, Tifa. Oh my god. I know you're eager to know more about the Sentinel's myriad capabilities. That's also just something that will bug you if you don't bring it up. Good. I'm glad. I think too often people will just kind of sit there and deal with it or leave stream over an issue, and I would rather them just tell me. Its tail is far deadlier than its of the creature modeled after. Its 6 tapered legs let it get straight to the point, if you will. And as for those craven foes who want to shoot the Scorpion at a distance, this is Mark 98 cannons and 99 launchers. Mark 99 launchers. Nice. Efficient soap use, thank you. I watched Maximilian Dude play these maps because he's a really big FF7 fan, and I really love his streams. And I remember chat very frequently being like, Max, please use the liquids. It'll make it so much better. And he was having a real hard time using them properly, so whenever it came time for me to play, I wanted to try to use them a little bit better, because they seem to save a lot of time and make things a lot more satisfying. I just wish they gave me more soap for these missions. Your fries that were in the cupboard box taste like cardboard. Do you have an air fryer? Because I swear you pop basically any fries in that thing, and it makes them the best fries ever. Oh, we're out of metal cleaner. I'm gonna try multi-purpose cleaner. You know, it's not too bad. It seems okay. So I think it's still you should use multi-purpose on things that say they want multi-purpose. Can't you buy more? Oh my god. You might be right. No. Darn. Red Robin's delivered. Hi, Cam. Good morning. I don't know how long you've been awake, but good morning. Hello. We're having a very chill stream. We've talked about lots and lots and lots of different stuff. And we're vibing. I got some nice music playing, and we're cleaning the Guard Scorpion from Final Fantasy VII, one of my favorite games. Not long? Okay, well, good morning. I hope you slept well. I love the little bubbly sounds. Super creeped out because you had a dream you were playing this game? Huh. Yeah, that's wild. I mean, it was on the schedule, and like I've mentioned that I was going to be playing it. But even still... You didn't see it, though? That's crazy. Whoops. Was I also doing the FF7 levels? Out of multi-purpose cleaner. Oh no. You have powers now, apparently. Apparently. Provides the narrowest beam. Yeah, it's the red tip. What does this do? A spinning 0-degree nozzle that increases the area of effect while maintaining maximum pressure. So, like... I mean, I guess this is good. Thank you for the hydrate. Let's maybe get back on top of it. Whoops. Okay, let's go stubby, and then we'll see if we can do it with the green. We can. What the hell am I even washing? I'll show you. This is Midgar from Final Fantasy VII. And this is the Guard Scorpion, which is the first boss that you fight in Final Fantasy VII. This is a series of maps from Final Fantasy VII. We've already done one, and this is the second map from Final Fantasy VII. It is from a collaboration with Square Enix. Yeah, it's super cool. I love Final Fantasy VII. Music's nice. Good. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, it's Aisha uses playlists like this for her ASMR streams, and so she recommended quite a few videos and channels and stuff that make copyright-free music. So this should be copyright-free music that we're playing. It should be fine whenever I go to post the VOD. Shouldn't have any issues at all. The previous one we had going had a lot of Ghibli-themed leitmotif. So I still wonder if that's gonna be fine, but it should be. Spraying its head, just imagining it's like right there. Ooh, yeah, there. Yeah. It's lovely. Yeah, it's cute, good music. This mission will probably take quite a bit, so we might end up changing playlists eventually, but I think this one's pretty good for now. I try to pick stuff that kind of fits my vibe and my theme. That way, whenever people come to the channel and like I'm playing music and stuff like that, as we grow and get like original music and stuff like that, the vibe should still stay mostly the same, as well as I feel that if I do stuff that's within my vibe, and that attracts people, it's a better chance that they'll, you know, kind of consistently enjoy my vibe. Yeah, get his little fingies. All the vibes. Yeah. Oh no, not hiccups. Stretching time. Okay. Oh. Thank you. But you think we would stop there? Of course not. Let's Heidegger. He works for Shinra, and he's boasting about the guard scorpion while we work on it. We also outfitted it with close-range EM field and self-repair functionality. With this bevy of features, it's nigh unstoppable. You sure you can't buy it? They're out of stock. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry if my bone cracks are, like, really hard for people to listen to. I know that they really bother some people. Kind of hot. My bones cracking is hot. Didn't know it bothered people. Yeah, some people get bothered by it. I pop my body quite a bit, just because I like to stay limber. I made a noise. Oh, I see. Yeah, like my stretching noises. Moaned, yeah. I should do a moaning ASMR stream where like all I do is moan. Have to respond to chat through moans only. Moans get louder like with every donation. That'd be something. I'd have to tell everyone in my house to be aware of that. I'm like, listen, I'm gonna get really loud. Oh yeah, we got the back plate clean. In flashbacks to you moaning Sugi like 4 times. Oh yeah, that did happen, didn't it? Yeah, that did. Oh yeah. I wasn't really ready for that. Yeah. I feel you. I wouldn't have been ready for that either. Whoop. Let's get its underbelly a little. Oh yeah. Let's put the long nozzle on. Oh yeah, that's that extra long. We got that reach. That's what she said. Yeah, I get that a lot. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, that's popping off. Clean the fangies. Honestly, its hands are kind of cute. Like it's just a little cute. They're kind of spooky, but they're also kind of cute. It's got that gap moe. That piano progression, I don't know what it is. It keeps reminding me of Hunchback of Notre Dame Hellfire. Specifically the slower point where he says, I see her standing there with her raven hair. I don't know what it is about that piano progression, but it keeps popping into my head. Catmoy for sure. Yeah. You guys see it. Based. Wait, what? Place equipment. Oh my god. I am very, very strong. I can move this entire structure. Nano machines, son. Oh, what's that? Oh, Gap Moe is, so Calliope Mori is like described as Gap Moe very often because she is like rather tomboyish. So typically it's like the absence of like doing things that are typically considered cute makes someone cuter. Move over, soldiers. Cleaner can lift an entire scaffolding like nothing. You're right. Cloud can't do that. Cloud had to try. Cloud had to climb all of those stairs at Shinra headquarters. We don't gotta lift this, or we don't have to climb the stairs. We can just lift them. Just keep hitting those angles. If we pound away at it from every angle, eventually we will get there. I can't believe I can lift this entire scaffolding. You can finally watch again? Excellent. Welcome back. We've received reports of a gang activity in Sector 5 Undercity, most likely Don Corneo's lackeys. Not Don Corneo. You're my dishwashing buddy for a bit? Hell yeah. I briefly considered deploying the Scorpion against them, but realized they are a definition of small fry. It would be a waste of company resources to eliminate them. Sure. or it would be helping the people. A much more fitting target would be those eco-terrorists that go by the name of Avalanche. If they want to poke the bear, they had best be ready to deal with the claws. Sure, Heidegger, sure. Sir, I just work here. Sir, this is a Wendy's. Send Powerwash to be the local gangs. Yeah.
Squish.
Yeah, I'll wash them away. Cloud's Buster Sword can't block the Power Washer. I'll squirt straight through them. My hose will decimate them. Oh, was it lewd though? Was it really? Oh, yeah, probably because I said squirt, huh? That's probably what it is. I guess spray would have been more apt. Ask me though, whether I try or not, I always somehow end up finding the lewdest way to say things. Your brute strength and hose will put them down, yes. Yes. The guard scorpion is nothing to me, that's why I do not fear it. All things considered, cleaning this guard scorpion actually is not taking that long. You want to be washed down? Nice, nice. I'd like to be washed down as well. Being clean is nice. Save a lot of money for Shinra too. A bunch of water versus all energy. Yeah. Water, water can be recycled. Can't recycle Mako though. I have a feeling Shinra wouldn't see it that way though. They'd hear that and they'd be like, recycling? Are you one of those eco-terrorists? It's almost as if the Shinra Corporation and Final Fantasy VII is an allegory for modern corporations and climate change. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that wild? Isn't it almost like that's what they were going for? Being shot with a power washer would hurt like yes. Yes, it would. It would hurt insanely bad. Wonder how much the machine got dirty like this though. I imagine probably Avalanche. Maybe not though. Maybe there was just they were doing a training exercise and it fell in a swamp. What a cool interpretation. You never would have realized that. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? That's wild. That's crazy. It's almost like they really spell it out for you. With like, eco-terrorists and the planet literally dying from using the Mako. That's crazy. And if I use one to wash the driveway, yeah, we have a power washer at home too. You guys ever see Fern Gully? That's an interesting movie. That movie's also very heavily into like climate change and the environment and stuff like that. Weird little movie. Has aged very weirdly, but honestly a fun watch. I think if I remember correctly, the main antagonist is a tractor. Not a tractor, it's a logger. That's right, yeah, it's like a logger to like break down the forest. Haven't seen it. It's a fun watch. I like it. It's very much a kids movie, but it's a fun one. And we'll try to schedule the movie night here soon. After playing Liza P, I still really want to do a Pinocchio movie night. I'll try to do a like a Discord event thingy here soon where you can like click to participate to like say you're interested and all that on the Discord. I'll try to do that here soon. I would have done it last night, but me accidentally took the nighttime cold medicine and it made me big sleepy. Oh damn, that music's popping off. That piano's going hard right now. It's back to chill piano now. Whoever was playing the piano, they kept it chill for so long and they were like, okay, what if I use like 5% of my power? I know how to do a little bit of piano. I need to do more lessons. But piano's definitely the first instrument that I plan to get good with. Such intensity, yeah. I've been told many times that I have fingers suitable for that of a pianist, so that should assist me, I believe. I've also been told I have yaoi hands. I don't know if that'll help me, but I've had a lot of people compliment my hands and tell me that I should play piano, so I think it should work out pretty well for me. Nice, thank you. The yaoi hands, yes. I imagine Reeve fed you some feel-good tripe about his plans for the future, didn't he? That's an advantage. Yeah, I mean, it should help me play the piano, right? He sees the world through rose-colored glasses, but what he doesn't realize is those lenses are coated with the blood of our adversaries after... I didn't get to read it all. A lot of people, like to relax with Power Wash Simulator. Understandably so. I've mentioned this a couple times. My favorite games to relax to and, go to sleep to are the Resident Evil franchise. I don't know why. I don't know how it started. I don't know how I ended up where they just became, my comfort food to go to sleep to. But there's something about Resident Evil especially the old titles like Resident Evil 1 to 3, even to some extent 4, where I can just put them on and there's just something so comforting about just the dark atmosphere, the sounds of like the infected, the desolate cities, even like the gentle pop of like the gun sounds. Oh, I didn't mean to pick that up. Because like, you don't typically it's not like a lot of popping noises. It's just like a couple popping noises here and there. Because it usually just only takes like a couple shots to down one of the infected. Resident Evil is a little spooky for you. Yeah. I'm like at home in the spookiness though. I think it's due to Twitch, but you love going to sleep to horror games in general. Yeah. Horror games are pretty good to go to sleep to. As long as like the person who's playing it isn't like screaming. Like I wouldn't want to boot up. This isn't me like dogging on it, but like I wouldn't want to boot up like one of like PewDiePie's old videos to go to sleep to, because like he too loud. I can't go to sleep to that. Markiplier has a rather soothing voice, so pretty easy to go to sleep to one of Mark's as long as he's not super scared. You get spooked even watching other people play scary games? I wish I had that. I really do. That's really good for content. Like my horror game streams would be so much better if I was actually scared of them. I imagine Reeve... Oh, thank you, Suki. Imagine Reeve fed you some feel-good tripe about his plans for the future, didn't he? He sees the world through rose-colored glasses, but what he doesn't realize is those glasses are coated with the blood of our adversaries. After all, our company began as a weapons manufacturer for a reason. Thank you. I actually didn't know that Shinra started as a weapons manufacturer. This is a good time to talk about this. There's a theory in the Final Fantasy community. There's a lot of theories in the Final Fantasy community that agitate me. But one of the ones that agitates me the most is there is a theory. Oh, you wish you could stream because you think it would be funny for people to watch horror games and have people fuck with you with sound bits? Oh, yes, absolutely. Sound bits are so good during horror streams. But there's a theory that people cling to really heavily because there's a character in Final Fantasy X-2 named Shinra, and he's like studying energy from the planet and stuff like that. It's very much so just kind of like a little tongue-in-cheek reference. People really love to take that and say that Final Fantasy VII is like the same world as 10 and that 7 is like the future after 10. That's also fueled by the fact that the director of 10-2 likes that theory, and he's like, yeah, I think it would be a cool, fun little theory or whatever. I can promise you with 100 and 1,000% certainty, 1,000,000,000% certainty that Spira from Final Fantasy X and the world of Midgar are not the same world. I could provide so much evidence for why they are not the same world, but like fundamentally the easiest reason as to why they're not is just like that was not the intention when making either of those two games. 7 at no point in time was designed with the idea that another game would come before it and be like in the same world of it outside of that of the 7 anthology. At no point in time while making Final Fantasy X did they ever intend for this to be a prequel to Final Fantasy VII. I imagine even most of the development staff on 10.2, even if the director does like that theory and thinks it's fun, I imagine most of the staff at no point in time ever saw it that way or thought about it that way or in any way felt that that was a, idea that they were going for. They're very different worlds going for very different things. There's overlap in the same way that there's overlap in all the Final Fantasy VII, or in all the Final Fantasy games. FF14 has a 7 reference in which, like, there is an energy source on the world called ceruleum, and you can harvest it from the planet and use it to, like, fuel machines and stuff, and, like, they talk about it several times and, like, go over it, and they even make FF7 references. But I don't see people convinced that Final Fantasy XIV is the same world as FF7. Okay, well, actually, there are some confusions with FF14 as well, because FF14 has other worlds that are shards, and they're, like, numbered as well. So, like, a lot of people, I don't think so much anymore after Shadowbringers, but when that was first a thing, a lot of people kind of came under the mindset that, like, each of the shards was all the different Final Fantasy games. So, like, the 7th shard would be FF7, and, like, the 13th shard that was destroyed would be Final Fantasy 13, which was a little bit more attractive as a theory, especially because, not to spoil anything that happens in 13, but that would potentially make a little bit of sense. 13's also so good. 13 gets so much unnecessary hate, but 13 is incredible. 13 is so good. I love FF13 so much. It gets so much hate. I think most of the people who come up with theories for Final Fantasy usually aren't Final Fantasy fans. They're typically, people who, I don't know. I don't mean to undermine their enjoyment of the franchise or anything, but, like, they're typically, casual enjoyers that, like, occasionally pick up a Final Fantasy game. They played 7, but, like, they haven't played any of the others or something like that. And so, like, the idea of, like, yeah, I played 7 and I played 10, like, I like these two. The idea of connecting them together for them is very attractive, rather than just the actual case that these are two separate worlds with doing their own things. It's also, the Final Fantasy games are connected, but they're connected through, like, a multiverse. If you choose to see Final Fantasy Dissidia and similar games as canonical, because Dissidia connects them through, like, a multiverse, and like, some of the mobile games also do this. Because there's so many Final Fantasy products and Square Enix products in general that connect them in that way, I personally do connect them in a multiverse fashion. But that's the only capacity that they're connected, is that they're all their own world, but they have a connection point through, like, Dissidia and stuff like that. With the exception of Final Fantasy 12. 12 is connected to Final Fantasy Tactics. It's connected in a rather odd way. I haven't fully dived into how it's connected, but the 12 and Tactics are canonically connected. They're both set in the world of Ivalice. They also have, like, a lot of development staff overlaps. Like, it was something that they thought about through, like, all of development. Okay, so we have like this one bellow that's an issue. Come on. Get clean. Yeah. I think the tail's done. Yeah, tail's done. I think. Yeah, it is. What about Crystal Chronicles? I have not played Crystal Chronicles, so I cannot speak for Crystal Chronicles. I can tell you that the mobile games treat them as a different world, but I don't know much about Crystal Chronicles. You're watching a spooky movie with a friend, you want to cry? What movie? I like spooky movies. They're fun, especially with friends. A movie called The Sadness. I would have expected it to be a sad movie. Oh, that movie's good? Heck yeah. I hope you enjoy it, Cam. Come on, just give me the completion on the hand. This is such an intricate one.
Squish.
It likes to torture you. Yeah. Hug. Squish. That's what squish is, basically, is a hug.
Squish.
Is it really that scary? I kind of want to watch it now if it's that spooky. Oh my goodness, there's so many crevasses. The crevasse. Can't handle your horror well. Yeah, so I've been told by you. You're gonna be okay. It just movie. Besides, it's pretty early in the day. And everybody knows that all the monsters are there at nighttime. No. You know, one monster at nighttime. Well, there's no monsters, so don't worry. Also, they can't hurt you when you're cuddled up in your bed underneath your blankets. That's how it works. Miss your plushie? Yeah, you should have brought it with you. Do you have like a pillow or something at least? You do have a pillow? No, that's good. Cuddle that. That'll keep you comfy. I wonder, can I potentially use my white nozzle on this? Maybe. Maybe not. Looks like I can get away with white nozzle. I love when I hit stuff that I wasn't even trying to hit. There we go. Yeah, scary stuff doesn't bother him, living vicariously through you. Yeah, I kind of have to do that too. Scary's back and forth for you. Yeah. I only really get spooked from games, and even then it's rare that a game can spook me. Oh, sorry if I hit the mic there. Trying to stir my coffee a little because it has some sediment in it from my creatine. Creatine's pretty flavorless, and I don't have protein right now for protein shakes, so I've been putting it in my coffee. There we go. Your Putrami hearts? Oh no, I'm sorry. Oh, our music ended. Let me pull up another one. Let's see. This one looks kind of good. It has Alice in Wonderland stuff on it, so this might be within our theme. Spent 900 points, have now regained all those 900 points. Wow. Using this music as a comfort. Good. Imagine a nice wonderland, the world of Altera Vita. I really need to buckle down and get better at like art and stuff so I can give us good depictions of the world of Altera so people can kind of get it in their head what it looks like. Yeah, no blood and gore here. Regardless of the fact that I'm, decapitatee and all the bad stuff that happened in the Heart Kingdom. But don't imagine the Heart Kingdom. Imagine the Kingdom of Clubs or Spades or Diamond. One of the other kingdoms. Don't imagine my kingdom right now. I assure you the other kingdoms are very nice. You could also imagine the Heart's Kingdom before everything went bad. A kingdom filled with roses and beautiful buildings of stone and wood and all types of beautifully, delicately crafted areas. A rich culture with lots of magic and learning. You like roses? Yeah, roses are very nice. We grow lots and lots of roses in the Heart's Kingdom. the reason we grow the roses not only is because they're beautiful and smell nice and all that, but the roses have a sedative effect. Thank you for the head pats. And so, given that there is a history of an ancient madness in the kingdom, we grow the roses to act as a nice, calming, sedative casing. What? The ad scared you? I'm sorry. I really wish I could turn ads off. There is there are ways to turn ads off, of course. Yeah. Not on my end, of course. Like, I can't turn them off for you. You have to be the one to turn them off on your end, but yeah. Yeah, just spooked you because you watched a scary movie, yeah. I feel bad for people that are, like, trying to, like, sleep to the stream, that are getting, like, woken up by ads. I mean, I suppose if the ads are really bothering them, you know, they can sub or do something else about it, but I can't do anything about the ads on my end, sadly. I would turn them off if I could. I really hate what Twitch do with ads. Stand up. So many little crevices. Thank you for the hydrate. Thank you. We're almost done with this guard scorpion. It's so very intricate, dude. 99%, yeah. Can't get 6969 because getting 12 points each time, yeah. Let's maybe finish off this arm. Come here. Come on. Let's see. So, what are we missing? We're missing leg ball joints. Okay, let's get that. What leg are we missing? You have 5K? Nice. Can see if you could get him to do an accent. Oh, no. Don't attack while its tail's up. But the tutorial told me to do it, Orin. I have to attack while the tail is up. I hope you're doing good, buddy. It's good to see you. Oh, we got the ball joints, finally. I see you. Cannot hide. Yeah. It's gonna lurk now, cause food. Okay. Yeah, I'm washing away. What do we got here? We got, we need to clean the Mark 98 cannon. That's his left, my right, I think. Mark 98 rear exhaust, I think same arm, yeah. Shoulder wells, skid plates. I don't know where the skid plates are. That's a shoulder well. There we go. Where is the skid plate? That's probably low. There it is. Rear exhaust, huh? We gotta exhaust its rear. Got it. It's hungry earlier, but now it's gone. Ah. Look at us go. Look at him getting clean. God, we were doing this for a long time. Haha. As I expected, not even a fleck of paint out of place. I couldn't ask for better condition in which to present this to Hojo. Perhaps that smug hack needs to spend more time ensuring his specimens' combat capabilities and less turning them into macabre monstrosities. Either way, I shall relish the look on his face when I break the news. Okay. Oh, we get to clean 7th Heaven next. Oh, I so look forward to that next time. That's going to be awesome. Okay, so I think that will probably be where we end. Let me see. Is there... I don't know where I'd rate us into, because I know we have people likely sleeping while they watch us, so I'd need to take us to, like, an ASMR stream. Oh, let me see about this person on my list. Maybe them. I don't know. ASMR is a little different than Powerwash Sim, so I think I might just end without rating out, so that anyone who was like watching to sleep will, not get interrupted. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go ahead and draw us to a close now. It's been a great time, and we will definitely have more Power Wash Sim coming up here soon. I'll look in here if there's one of you going. Yeah, I think it'll be better just to end here. Anyone who had the stream open and went to sleep, it'll turn their phone off and stuff like that, so it'll conserve their battery and stuff anyway. But yeah, it's been lovely. Thank you so much for watching. We're gonna go ahead and draw to a close now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a lovely night and rest well. Thank you for coming to the stream.